If you haven't checked out this article by Katika Roy on the MSNBC News website, you should definitely check it out because I have thoughts. 2 years ago, I was part of a layoff at a company where we were doing some reorging. And while that's not unusual, the unusual part is that we also, as a people team, had to lay ourselves off part of this reorg. And that's something that we actually don't talk a lot about. But the same, disappointment and trauma that those people were facing, we also were facing, and they had no idea. So just recently, I went back to the box that I got from my desk that I packed up 2 years ago and went through it. Don't come at me. It was traumatic for all the reasons that I listed, and I just kind of wanted to bury it and pretend like it didn't happen, but it actually did. And it led me to this 2-year journey of being an entrepreneur, being a consultant, and helping other companies build stronger people strategies from either employee engagement, D&I, talent acquisition, performance management, you name it, I've done it. I was VP of talent acquisition before, as well as DE&I, and I have those skill sets. And luckily, there were some companies who were still dedicated to making sure they had a strong people strategy. But it wasn't my dream to be an entrepreneur. I think you get what the universe wants to give you. And I've definitely learned a lot over these past 2 years, the peaks and the valleys for sure. But, in an ordinary workplace or a workplace environment, I would have been able to find another job that was equally impactful for me and joining one company and helping them achieve their goals. That has been a challenge. I still look sometimes because I really do want to go back in-house. But those jobs are less, and if they exist at all, and there's higher competition because I am not alone in this whole journey. And if you think about, Black women being the most impacted in this workplace, it can be pretty scary. There are some HR people who are out there who want to make sure workplaces are more equitable and that they are achieving business goals. I know HR gets a bad rap, but they're not. Not everybody is like that. And I definitely think because those jobs are fewer and far between, you do have some companies who are not prioritizing any of that work. They really just kind of want someone in there to keep the engines running, just keep the machines going, not necessarily changing for impact. This is where I think it's really important for us to understand how impactful our voices are, specifically when we think about elections, not just the major ones, but the small ones as well. These elections also impact your health insurance, your prescription drugs, your caregiving capabilities, return to office, cost of living, gas, groceries, you name it. It all impacts those different things. So if you are a single issue voter, just know there's no such thing as single issues anymore because everything is connected. If you don't have someone representing your voice, making these leaders, one, feel very strong about the economy, but two, also letting them know that they need to be more focused on having strong labor and people strategies and organizational design that fit the country so that we're all actually not out of work. That just doesn't work. Specifically when you have an administration that believes that the Bureau of Labor Statistics is manipulating numbers, which for some reason now feelings trump facts, which we all know is a terrible business strategy, because if you are a business owner, you realize that facts help you drive your business strategy so that you can be successful, but also face the challenges and figure out what to do when those challenges arrive. So while my entrepreneurial journey has definitely been a lesson in resilience and pushing the limits of what I thought I could do as a business owner, and I'm super grateful for that. I really want to belong to a country that is dedicated to serving the people. The people need to be able to have jobs that pay a living wage, that treat them equitably, and people need to feel like there is confidence in the economy. So when you're thinking about your vote, midterms are coming, definitely think about how can you strengthen your position in this country just from a basic factual element alone, not just your feelings. There's a lot of misinformation out there. You have some time to do some digging, but we need to make sure our voices are heard so that people feel like they can exist and thrive in this country.